How's it going? Necromancer Noob here, and today I have a tips and tricks video for Wylder and Elden Ring Nightreign. I'll be going over his toolkit and skills, what works, and what things you should or could be doing in your runs. If you find this video helpful at all, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Anything is appreciated. Now when it comes to Wylder, he has been my go-to when running expeditions. He's incredibly versatile, fast-moving, packs a punch, top 3 in terms of health, and overall all of his skills are very useful. Now before we get started on his actual toolkit and skills, let's look at his stats. An A in HP and strength, B in stamina and dexterity, and his lowest stat is a C across the board. Wylder can basically just about do everything. Now of course you want to stick with some great swords for the most part. There are specific relics you can get later on that will benefit you for having great swords active and using those, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. Axes, specific weapons that have a strong scaling and strength is what you really want to look out for. But katanas, fist weapons, even bows and faith weapons, etc. are all viable. They're all on the table, but if you want the most bang for your buck, stick with a solid strength scaling weapon. And if you're not exactly sure which weapon scale with what attribute, there is always a nice little codex entry in these journals that you can access that will have the scaling for all the weapons available in this game right now. Now when you start your expedition, you will come equipped with Wylder's greatsword and a small parry buckler shield. With the right relics and if upgraded, you can definitely use these throughout your run, but you will probably look for better weapons along the way, and this goes for any character, but always make sure to fill your weapon slots. You may not use all of the weapons in your slots, but a lot of these weapons will give passives on the bottom of their list of buffs that'll definitely help your run or your build. If you see a red mark next to that weapon, you will have to use it in your hand to get its benefits. That being said, let's get into Wylder's skill set. Like I said before, I think Wylder has some of the best skills in the game. None are bad by any means, and they all serve their purpose. The first is your passive, allowing you to cheat death. Once per night, if you get hit with a fatal blow that would normally down you or kill you, you will hear an audio cue that automatically dodges the attack. This saves my life a lot in tricky situations and will get you out of harm's way. Next is your character skill Claw Shot. This Claw Shot is your bread and butter and is the most versatile skill in the game in my opinion. Its skill cooldown is basically non-existent, so feel free to use it very often. Use it on small enemies to bring them closer to you and quickly follow up with attacks. Use it on pesky flying enemies to bring them closer as well and get a solid hit on them. If used on big enemies, you will grapple onto them and follow up as well. Some Night Lords and big bosses can run around a lot, so this can keep good pressure on them throughout the fight. But also this skill can be used to quickly get out of a bad situation or used to quickly traverse the land. Follow up with the jump to get some good distance and keep that sprint going. Or maybe the enemy has a small sliver of health and you don't want to get in there directly, finish them off with a quick claw shot. Finally, we have Wylder's ultimate art, Onslaught Stake. Press the ultimate or hold it for big damage and good stagger damage as well. A good chance to put big enemies on their knees and take out large groups of enemies as well. Also while using it, you won't take damage, so get in close to a boss or a big group and wreak havoc. If your teammates are down as well, it's always a great way to get them up while also adding good cover damage from the blast and not being able to take it. Now when it comes to Wylder and most characters, you have a wide array of relics that can be very useful. When you first start, you'll have access to his urn, beat the first boss to have access to buy the goblet, and progress in his remembrance quest to get the chalice. If you're interested in some of these relics, you can get early-ish on after your first Night Lord or two. Look up a video on how to progress in his remembrance quest. Now here are some good earlier start relics that you can use throughout your expedition, but I suggest ones that give benefits from critical hits, extra strength, vigor, or dex. Stamina regen or specific skill benefits to Wylder. Here's how my relic slots look right now as an example. Always plan for the Night Lord you're facing and your playstyle. Use your relics to complement your style and have fun. I've been having a blast in Nightreign and hope you are as well. That covers Wylder and his skill set and ways to use him. With one of the best health in the game and not really being bad at anything, he is very beginner friendly, allowing you to experiment a bit more with weapons and builds. But But that is it for my tips and tricks video for Wylder. Like and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in future videos. Bye bye.